Welcome to the Today's Leader podcast, the podcast for the leaders and entrepreneurs of today.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Keep it going. Good job, guys. All right, Paul. I see you. All right, John. Let's finish. Coach Carl.
Good job, guys. Coach Carl, we love you!
Hey there, it's Coach Curl here from the Today's Leader podcast. Welcome to Monday Mentoring.
The podcast is brought to you by Think and Grow Business, the home of the Think and Grow Business Mastermind. If you're serious about growing your business, get serious and join a mastermind group today. Find out more at thinkandgrowbusiness.com.au.
Hey there, it's Coach Curl here, and welcome to Monday Mentoring on the Today's Leader podcast. Now, over the last week, I've met a number of people who have been working through their own challenges. We all work through stuff, we know that. So they've been working through their own challenges and working through these challenges and their stuff, often with the help of professionals in the field in which they're seeking support. And so in no way, shape or form is this podcast designed to cast aspersions on any professional that is currently working with people whatsoever. But I came away from some of these interactions quite perturbed with the way that people label themselves. Yes, labelled. The way that they had identified with themselves. Now, we know the impact of what happens when we continually tell our kids that they're dumb, they're stupid, they're useless. Because if we're constantly reinforcing that message, they end up believing it and behaving in that way. So if a kid is constantly told he's a disruptive influence, it's odds on he's going to stay that way. It's odds on that they will stay that way. Yet often the talk that does the most damage is the talk that we hear from ourselves. Mind your language and be kind to ourselves. I don't understand why anyone would want to label themselves. So if you've been, say, diagnosed with something, because often we will claim that diagnosis as our label. So let's call that diagnosis fool's phobia. And I'm going to introduce myself to you. Now, if I'm labeling or if I've identified or if that's the way that I'm going to identify myself, I'm going to introduce myself to you as, hi, I'm Tony and I've been clinically diagnosed with fool's phobia, which at the end of the day is really challenging because all of a sudden my identity, I'm giving myself this identity, is based around my diagnosis, not necessarily who I am. You with me? Not necessarily who I am. And to me, it serves little point. All it's doing is labeling me for me. It serves no other purpose. Now, I know that we need to acknowledge things in our life. We need to acknowledge, if we are diagnosed with something, we need to be able to internally acknowledge that. We need to internally acknowledge our weaknesses, our temptations, our addictions. But we're the ones putting the label on ourselves. We are the ones. And all we're doing is providing a very shortened picture of who it is that we are. So we need to acknowledge our shortcomings or diagnosis, for example, but why should you keep yourself in that box? Why should you be confined by that diagnosis? So think about this. What is your purpose? And stop labeling yourself. Mind your language. Be kind to yourself. Be kind and true. Because ultimately, if you are an authentic person, you don't need a label. You just be who you are. And I'm not quite sure what that label or what that judgment or what that self-talk is doing to ourselves. But be kind, be true. Give yourself a chance. because one of the things I know is that we are quite adamant that we don't want to be labelled or judged by others, yet we're going through the same process often with ourselves. Stop it. Stop labelling yourself. Be kind. Be true. Hey, thanks for listening to Monday Mentoring. I shall see you all again next week. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to our Monday Mentoring session today. I hope it gives you momentum to reach out for your dreams. If you're looking for an extra boost, check out my online academy for access to over 75 programs to help you build a better mindset, enhance your leadership skills, and boost your business. You can trial it for just $1 for the first month at thecoachcurlacademy.com. Remember, wherever you are standing stronger, braver, and wiser. Have yourself a successful and a productive week. And remember the golden rule. Just don't be an arsehole. I'll see you next time.